Hey guys, Damien here. I have to apologize that I haven't made any videos over the last week. Unfortunately, we've had a whole bunch of construction going on next door, so there's just been too much noise happening for me to get any videos going. But today, I definitely have some great stuff. I'm going to be going through some profiles of some of you guys, some viewers' profiles, and I'm going to be showing you exactly what I'm looking for when I'm assessing whether a profile's going to get results and how to tweak and improve profiles. Random guys have sent these through, and so I'm going to go through them live. I haven't pre-prepared anything. You're going to see live how I respond and how I think and go through these profiles to maximize the results they get. So you can copy what I'm doing with your own profiles as well. Keep watching and let's go through them. So I'm going to do a bit of a faux pas while we make this video because I'm going to have my phone out and I'm going to be looking at my phone because, as I said, I'm looking at these profile images live. So I'm going to be going through as I'm talking to you guys. So the first guy who sent through a profile, his name was Doorjamb, and I'm sorry I forgot your name, a little bit incorrect, but let's do my best. This is a Swedish guy. And this here is his first profile. And you can't see it here from the image, but it's actually an animated picture of his cat playing with a ball. It's very cute, but it's not of Doorjamb, because Doorjamb is not a cat. Yeah, look, don't use, this is a great little animation to have. I think this is really cute and it's adorable. Don't use it as your primary shot. Definitely not. That's going to hurt you as far as matches are concerned. Put it second, third, fourth in your profile, but not as number one. But it's a good one. Leave it in there. Next we go on here. Now we have Doorjamb's got a profile shot. Mate, this is a good photo. As far as technicality speaking, great background blur, high quality shot. A couple of things I don't like about it. The flowers in your hair, it feminizes you. You've already got relatively soft features. And so you want to be a little bit careful about softening yourself further. So what you want to do is I'd love to find a photo like this without the flowers in your hair. And the other thing I'd kind of like would be more of a smile. Like the smile you've got right now makes you feel like you're feeling very self-conscious about your smiling. And that's not making you look confident or happy or relaxed and at peace. So it's looking a little bit nervous, and it's kind of adorable and cute, but we don't want just adorable and cute in your photos. And especially in Tinder, we need a little bit more edge in there as well. So yes, this is technically a good photo, but a couple of things you want to change there. So this kind of shot would be great. Get it again with more of a smile on your face. I think it'd be good, and lose the flowers. That'd be ideal. Going on, we've got this shot. It's a stylistic photo. You're dressed interesting. You're dressed fine. You're dressed well. I don't mind it. It doesn't add a huge amount, but it's kind of interesting. So let's leave it there for now and see what else you've got going on. At least it's showing you, in your environment, being active. Next up, we have this one. This is also an animated shot. This is a Tinder loop as well. I did a video on Tinder looping. If you want to check that out, see last week. There's videos. But look, in this photo, in this little animation, we've got you doing a martial arts thing. I've seen this. You're doing a martial arts thing, and I don't think it needs to be here. You've already got one of your cat that's animated, and that's really cute. You only really want to have one animation, one loop per profile, ideally. So, yeah, I'm not convinced on this one. As well as slide into your girl's DMs like such. That's not, honestly, it's not working for me. That's something that I'd remove from your profile. It's not adding in, it's only creating confusion and making it seem like if I talk to you, it's going to be a disjointed communication because the joke here isn't working, or the playfulness isn't quite hitting the right spot. Going on, we've got a photo of you doing your martial arts. I like this because it shows that you've got passion. It shows that you're, there's something that you work on, that you're proud of, that you're engaged with. And I think it's kind of cool. For you, it doesn't look try hard. Like I can imagine some guys putting a martial arts shot looking try hard, trying to look hardcore. But the way you come across, your personality in your profile, this is cool. I like it. I'd leave this in here for sure. Going on, now this one, you should always be super careful when you've got you and a whole group of women with you, because it can either look like you're a player or you're trying to look like a player. And that's not a look that you want to promote here on your profile. So it's always nice to have you with women, but this is a dangerous shot to have. It can cut either way, and I'd be a little bit more hesitant of it. The next one I like better. This is a much better social shot. And having a really good social shot is important for your profile. I love this because there's 3 of you. One of them's a girl, and she's definitely not your girlfriend, so you're not using the girlfriend in a photo trick that a lot of guys try to do and hurts them. But you're smiling, you're happy, everyone you're with is happy. It shows that you've got a healthy social life, and it gives social proof because people are around you looking happy and relaxed. That's a really great social proof photo to have, so I really approve of that. So that's your profile. I like it. I like it on the whole, but your main profile picture, this one of you with the wreath in your hair, if we change that, we could definitely get a photo of you looking more masculine than this, and more attractive than this, and I think that'll help you, and make that number 1 instead of the cat photo, and that'll definitely improve your match rate considerably. Let's have a little look about what you wrote in your profile. So just going here and seeing what you wrote, you said, a bartending chiropractic student who survived 43 exams in 1 semester. Certified ass kicker and cat lover. I'm scared of needles. Scared of noodles? That'd be weird. I'm scared of needles, but I donate blood anyway. And yes, that's my kitty. Do not read the next sentence, you little rebel. I like you already. Cool. So each paragraph of this I like. All paragraphs together, not so much. So I like... You've used something from one of my trainings, which is you don't read the next sentence, you little rebel, I like you already. But you put it at the end, and therefore it feels disjointed. But the reason I don't like all of these together on top of that is that each of them is kind of playful and funny, rather than giving actual serious information about you. I mean, they do, but they don't, because they've all got jokes in them. What I think you should do is, I think you should maybe remove that you don't read the next sentence, you little rebel, because it's not, you've got other playful stuff in here. You're already demonstrating humor, so you don't need it there. You can remove it. And instead what I'd do is I'd say certified ass kicker and cat lover. I'm scared of needles. I'd take that paragraph and make it the last one. And in the middle, I might consider saying something. You could do 1 or 2 things. One, just have the first top 2 paragraphs. They work beautifully on their own. Or you could have a question in the middle, or a question at the end, even better. So just use the first 2 paragraphs. It sounds a little disjointed because I'm actually thinking as I talk, right? So what I'd do is I'd use the first 2 paragraphs, remove the last one, and make a question. Like, have a question, like ask me about the time that, right? Something like that. Give them a way to open you as a first conversation starter. You give them a conversation starter, get a lot more women taking the first step to contact you. That's what I do in this profile. Cool. So Doorjamb also sent me some conversations of his. So having a look through here, he had a conversation with a woman named Veronica. Okay, and this is all on the same day. He said, "You seem interesting," and she responded, "On occasion, lol." So by the way, with your first message, try to always send something specific about her profile. So you just said you seem interesting. Say blah, blah, XYZ about your profile. That sounds really interesting. I'd like to know more. That'd be much better. Even better than that would be if you teased her, right? So, XYZ about your profile. Wow, that makes me start to wonder if really secretly you're a closet ABC, right? I don't know, insert tease, whatever it's going to be here. But even better if you make it personal about her profile and teasing, because this you seem interesting is really, really generic. So that's going to really help with your response rate for women. Going on, she said on occasion, you said, you're more adorable than a baby panda doing the cha-cha on a magic carpet. Where is Europe? Where in Europe are you from? So spelling error, but nonetheless. Okay, you're more adorable than a baby panda doing cha-cha. That is an interesting one. Never heard it before. Could work because it's kind of matching with your personality. I get the impression from your photos and stuff, you're slightly quirky as a personality. I'm not going to rule this out as a terrible thing to write right now. It is generic, which I don't like. You're going to copy it in a lot of your profiles, in a lot of your first messages, but let's go on. So she said, that's a new compliment, smiley face. She liked it. Lol, I'm from all over. Want the speech? Question mark. Sure. Lol, first guess. And then you wrote, I'm American, but ethnically I'm Finnish, Taiwanese, Filipino, Chinese, North African, Native American, and more. I'm going to guess German and Irish. Now, just going back. If you're asking women where they're from, you're going to get a lot of women asking you where you're from. Now, the fact that you're from all these different things, like you've got all these different backgrounds, you could turn this into a playful response and use that. You could then copy and paste this playful response, right? So instead of just giving that answer of I'm these things, you could say, I don't know, let me think, what's a tease you could use? I've got to think on the spot here, because again, I haven't prepared. But you could say, look, I'm originally from America, but my genetics is hella confused. Essentially, I'm a bit Finnish, a bit Taiwanese, a bit Filipino, Chinese, right? I don't know, something like that. You make it a bit more playful. That would be a better response, because again, it's keeping the interactions fun, but by using personal scripted stuff that's funny, that is true about you, that you can continue to use. So she said, my mom is an Italian immigrant. My dad was a German one. I grew up speaking French and spending half my time in the UK with my stepdad's fam. You said, do you live in France the other half? Or Belgium, Switzerland, etc. As for me, I speak Swedish, English, and Mandarin. She said, nope, I went to school here for the most part. I speak English, French, Spanish, and a bit of Italian, German, and Dutch. And then you said, I'd love to get to know you better over coffee. So now you're trying to get her on a coffee date. I'm going to keep reading on first, and then I'll come back to this. And then you said, what's your number? And then you said, by the way, you're in an open relationship with a boy or a girl, ? She said, I'm dating a girl. And then you gave her your number. And then you said, a few days later, a week later, by the way, it's my birthday, I'm going to celebrate. And then the next day you said, coffee or tea, ? And then you tried to contact, she never got back to you. What went wrong here? Because it seemed to be going well. I mean, by the way, she's saying lol and hair and stuff, and she's evidently liking the conversation. What actually went wrong? What went wrong is you had her there. You had her there in conversation. She's engaging with you. And you broke the conversation unnecessarily to say, what's your number? And I think a lot of guys do this. Guys make one of two mistakes. They wait way too long to get a phone number. Like, they have a chat over days and days and days and wait way too long. Or they go way too quickly for a phone number. I know some guys try to advise you to go quickly for a phone number. If she's happily talking to you and typing plenty, which this woman was, then it's keep engaging with her. Build more rapport, because the more rapport you have with her, the less flaking you're going to get. The other bit of advice I'd give, if you're going to go for a number, you want to have found something about her that you could genuinely compliment. Not just you're cute as a panda or doing the cha-cha, but something about her like, oh wow, you speak all those languages. That's absolutely fascinating. Like, I've always wanted to learn more languages. Doesn't work so well for someone who's in Finland. Ideally, you find something else about her that's interesting, right? Oh, you're a nurse. That's really cool. I have a lot of respect for nurses. They end up doing a lot of the work in hospitals, and doctors get all the praise and all the money, and the nurses don't get nearly enough, pay and praise for the hard work that they do. I really respect that. That's a compliment, and that's a genuine compliment, and a reason why you might want to see her again. You know what? I love that you really care about people, like helping people in need. I'd love to catch up for a coffee and see if we get along better in person. Opening that way and trying to get a coffee date that way, instead of just randomly out of the blue, you speak French, Spanish, Italian. Cool. Anyway, what's your number? By the way, what sort of open relationship are you in? It feels very disjointed and rough around the edges, and you just lost her like that. There's no reason. You're not allowing her to feel like she's worked for you to want to meet her. You just want to meet her because she's a chick, she's got boobs, and she's on Tinder and she's talking to her. You got to demonstrate more reason than that, and you'll get much less flaky. Cool. So moving right along, you got another conversation with someone called Eagle Bones. You said, you seem interesting. I like your hair, by the way. Oh, that's right. You said, you seem interesting, and then she didn't respond. Again, you're not going to get a very high response rate on canned mechanical openers. You then, the next day, 2 days later, you said, I like your hair, by the way. What's its natural color? And she then responded, and she said, strawberry blonde. I like your karate and stuff. And then you said, thanks. I looked at your photos again. You're as adorable as it. So you're using this line again. And she said, oh, that's pretty cute. I love animals. So women are liking this compliment. So if it's proving to work, let's go with it for now. Then you said, so tell me about yourself. Do you like stargazing, hiking, or dancing? And she didn't reply. So 2 days later, you said, and whereabouts are you from? And then she said, I like stargazing, hiking, and dancing. I live in, where the heck that is. And you said, I'm in Bridgeport. I think that's 90 minutes away. So what went wrong here? You're 90 minutes away. Did you send me no, you didn't send me your search statistics. So one of the errors that you've made here is you're matching with women who are too far away. When you match with women who are too far away from you, the second they realize you're far away, their flake rate's going to go through the roof. So that's something to really, really keep in mind is, keep it to, I say 25 kilometers. If you're in the USA, 15 to 20 miles for your search radius, unless you're in a really small town. But even then, people just don't want to travel that far, make that big a commitment for a stranger online, if you think about it. So yeah, focus on women who live closer to you, and you're going to get this drop off far less often. Awesome. So let's go on to someone new. Let's go on to Pierre, someone whose name I can pronounce. All right, Pierre. So let's have a little look at you, bud. All right. So this is your first picture. Righto. So technically it's okay. It's a good portrait shot. It's of your face. You can see your face, your eyes, everything clearly. It's a decent quality shot. I'd rather the background was blurred to make you pop, but let's not nitpick. I can tell already from this photo that you're a decent looking guy, but I know you can get better photo than this. Like, I think you're a good looking guy, but this photo isn't quite hitting the mark. Like, it's your primary shot's the first one you're seeing, and I don't think this is, I think you can do better for a face shot. You know, something that's more appealing. It's like, this is kind of like 7 out of 10. I think you can achieve an 8 or a 9 out of 10 with a much better shot. So just putting that out there. What do you need to do in this shot? I'd play with being a bit better dressed, smiling, a better facial expression. This one is kind of, I don't know how to explain it, but it's not, I don't think it's ideal. I'll see other facial expressions as we go to the rest of your profile. I think I might see some better stuff in there. But yeah, I don't think this is as great as you can get for a main photo. Going on, here's your second photo. So, okay, you got a good smile, man. Let's use that smile in your primary shot, huh? However, this photo is blurry. Try to avoid blurry shots at all costs, man. I mean, think about quality. You want quality photos for every photo. This is your marketing yourself on Tinder. Let's keep these photos high quality. So none of this blurry stuff. Replace this out with something else that's not blurry. You can use a sunglasses shot is good. Don't use sunglasses in your primary photo, but a sunglasses shot is good. Like, you're looking cool here, but you look way cooler if it was sharp and the camera was at a better angle, and maybe if it wasn't a selfie. So all those things combined, right? I don't like this one. Let's take it out. Going on, this one here, you got blue steel. Would I use this as your primary shot? I don't like blue steel for a primary shot. Tinder is full of guys who are good looking, who aren't smiling, who look kind of intense and behave kind of arrogant. If you're not smiling, you can easily come across as arrogant, especially when you're better looking. You can look really arrogant in your shots. If you're not smiling here, I'd worry about it. So I wouldn't use this for your main shot. I think it's a good looking photo, so I'd probably use it somewhere in your profile. I'd keep it, but I wouldn't use it as your main shot either. So I like it, I'd keep it. Let's go with this one ongoing. All right, the next one. Right, so yeah, clearly you're working out, you're in good shape, you've got a great body. I don't know that I'd include this here. And the reason is that this is like a blatant, oh, look at me, I'm flexing. Well, I think you're doing your chin up probably. But nonetheless, I'm flexing, look at my muscles. These shots often can really work against guys. I mean, it's great to have a good body. I'd rather like an incidental good body shot. I'd rather like you rock climbing, or you doing some sort of sport, or you at the beach with friends, or something like that to show off your body. Like, it's like, I happen to be topless, but this shot has another purpose as well. Rather than it's blurry, it's got motion blur, but you can still see I got muscles and I'm just doing a chin up. Look at me doing a chin up. Ooh. That will work against you more than it's going to help you. Even though you can clearly, it's showing a great body. It's going to work with some girls, but it's going to turn off others. So you could get rid of it and have another shot showing you got a great body, and you'll get all the women rather than just some of them on board. Right, this next one. I like this. I like this because you're well dressed and you look very mature and masculine in this shot. I know it's a simple one, but I think it works. Not as a first photo, again, deeper in your profile, but I like it. Not much more to say. This would be the way to show off your body if it wasn't blurry. If this wasn't a blurry shot, use this. You're working out, you're at the gym, you're practicing boxing. It's not so gratuitous use of like top nudity, right? And if it was not blurry, if someone took a non-blurry shot of you doing this would be money. This would be great to include in your profile. So this would be the type of shot to get, but get one that isn't blurry. I love this one. I would make this your second shot. Because why? First of all, I can see your physique under that shirt. Women can see you've got good broad shoulders, you've got a narrow waist. That shirt you're wearing, it shows that off really, really well. Go with that. I like it. Women are going to like it. You're somewhere interesting, doing something interesting. We don't know what exactly, but it's working for you. So keep this one. Make it number 2. Have a really great, like an ideal portrait shot of you and make this one number 2. So there's 2. She gets hit, bam, bam, by 2 really great photos of you. That's going to have a massively positive impact on her when she looks at your profile. And lastly, this one, yep, I like it. It's an activity shot showing you doing something interesting. Not scuba diving, snorkeling. Go with it. Keep that one in there. Make it your second to last, something like that. And this one, I like it. Lifestyle shot, chilling out, having the champagne somewhere, looking relatively classy. This is nice. Go with this. Keep this in your profile as well. I like it. These shots are showing you off really nicely. Like a lot of these are showing off really well. I think you're probably already getting some good matches. But yeah, if you make the improvement to that first shot and don't have blurry photos in here and try to sort of improve those and have a much better quality muscle shot, like boxing muscle shot, you're going to get a definite increase in your matches. What did you write in your profile? Let me have a little look-see here. So, I'm a complete gentleman until I get you to Dave and Butler's. I promise I'll beat you in every game there. 9 out of 10 doctors recommend me as a cure for being a homebody. Don't ask about the 10th one. All for the athletic type, but to be honest, I'm probably going to ruin your diet by feeding you tacos and Asian food. I've been to these countries so far. Next stop is Germany, and oh god, I don't mind flags well enough. Minus 100 points if you don't have a profile. Instagram, your Instagram account. I don't mind this profile. I don't mind it. The one thing for me, see how you say now I turned off. I don't mind that line either. You know what's missing for me? Damn it, would I change that? Don't see what's missing for me is there's not a lot that's serious about you, like factual information about who you are. But even though every line here is playful, it doesn't sound too try-hardish. Like I feel like it's giving a lot of personality. No, I don't think I want to change this. It's showing that you're well-traveled. It's showing some humor. And even though I usually urge for something serious in there, I like every line here is working for me. So I don't want to change that, funnily enough. Looking at the rest of your profile, you're not showing your age, that's fine. You're targeting women who are 18 to 35. Now, something I will mention here, and I don't know if this applies to you because you're not showing your age and I don't know your age. So you're showing an age range of 18 to 35. If you are, let's say you're 32, most women under 28 aren't going to be targeting you. So they're not going to be looking for guys your age. On Tinder, in real life, you could pick them up easy, right? In real life, if you're 32, you could pick up a 22-year-old in this way. But on Tinder, it works a little differently. So if you're actually 32 and you've told Tinder you're 32, and then you put age range 18 to 35, Tinder's algorithm is going to see, hey, lots of women aren't interested in his profile. So let's penalize him for that. So I would do one or two things. One, I'd increase the bottom end of that age range up to, say, 25. That's assuming you're 32. I mean, you might be 27 for all I know, right? In which case, cool, fine. Leave it at that age range is perfect. But if you are over 30, keep that in mind. Alternatively, create a new account and change your age to be, say, 29. And then keep this age range. One of the two, and keep your age hidden so that women don't feel like you're lying about your age to them. Do one of the two, but yeah, that's something to keep in mind to increase your match rate. The other thing is your maximum distance is 25 miles. If I do a quick calculation, that's like 40 kilometers. That's like, I don't know, like that's quite a way to travel. I don't know what your area is exactly like, what the geography is, but 25 miles is quite a large range. And so you're going to get an increased flake rate as a result from women who are towards the edge of that perimeter. If you reduce that perimeter, you're going to get a higher match rate and you're going to get a much lower flake rate from women. So if there are enough women in a smaller radius, I'd reduce that radius to increase your match rate. Awesome. Lastly, guys, let's have a little look at Robert. Now, Robert. Cool. So look, bud, this is an interesting one, your profile, because I actually feel like I want to say something that I very rarely say to guys on Tinder. I don't know. I'm talking about your personality and how you come across in your photos. I don't know that you're the right kind of guy for Tinder. I don't say this very often, and I'm not talking about the fact that you've got a little extra weight on you. I'm not talking about that. That's fine for Tinder. I'm just talking about how you come across now, how your personality is coming across to me when I look at you and look at your photos. How do you come across? Kind of lovable, dorky, intelligent. There's not really a doubt that you're a smart guy. My guess is from your photos straight away, you've got a good sense of humor. You're going to treat women nicely. I get a lot of positive things. What I'm lacking that the Tinder's going to require is edge. Like, you're coming across way too nice, way too heavily relationship focused. You can get the relationship on Tinder, but you're coming across way too relationship focused on Tinder. Or for the women on Tinder. The other thing that Tinder does is Tinder pushes women to focus on highly over-masculinized guys in the way that they, and I'm not saying you don't look masculine. I'm not meaning to be insulting, because I don't have negative feelings about you from these photos, far from it. But what I mean is it tilts women in a certain direction, just in the way that being on Tinder changes our perceptions of reality. And when I look at your profile, right now you're just too nice. You're too sweet. It's all the wrong kind of thing. And the women who you're going to match with, I know the women who, like, there's a certain type of woman, and I don't mean that mean way either, but there's a certain type of woman who you're going to get along really well with. Some of my friends, who I know, female friends, I would really recommend them for you. Like, I know the type of women who love you. They're not much on Tinder. They're on other dating sites, but they're not appearing on Tinder very often. So actually, I wouldn't suggest Tinder for you for that reason. You know, what did you write in your profile, by the way? CWU grad, working as a system administrator in Everett. I'm accepting applications for a partner in crime. Applicants must have a sense of humor, be nerdy, love cats, be my gym partner on occasion, and be willing to go places. FYI, I'm into video and board games, lifting weights at the gym, going on hikes, gardening, woodworking, and watching anime. I know my interests conflict, but I'm a rare gem. Yeah, I mean, that's cool, that's fine. Again, though, this is like a dating profile. I know Tinder is a dating app, but it's more like a more relationship-oriented dating platform profile than Tinder. Tinder is definitely more casual dating oriented than it is long-term dating. And you're presenting yourself in such a strongly long-term dating mindset. If you want to use Tinder, if you say to me, but Damien, I want casual sex. I just want to have, very short-term relationships or interactions with women. You're going to have far edgier photos. You'd have to have, what would I imagine? I'd imagine I want a shot of you minus the glasses. I'd want your hair to be spiked. Maybe even make it darker, make it spiked. I'd like to see you in, like messy spiked. Not like, 80s style spikes. I'd like to see you maybe in a leather jacket, something a bit edgier in your clothing than what you're wearing here. Because you need edge here. Everything about you is feeling, soft is the word I want to use, but again, that feels mean. It's not meant to be at all in that sense. It's making you feel too nice, and we need that edginess in those photos. So I'd want that kind of thing. I'd want a photo of you looking really, really in a suit, like really sharp in a suit, because men just tend to look very dominant when they're wearing a suit. So something with no tie, collar open, looking suave, like leaning against a door frame, something in a suit, that'd be great. Something like some photos like this is what you'd need to add to this profile to start to shift that perception. And then in your profile write-up, what would I change? You'd have to have something that's not so adorable in here. You'd have to have something that's a little bit more, I don't know, like something like, not quite this line, but you'd have to think about it. I'm on the fly here, so it's a bit harder than if I'm sitting down pre-planning. But, like, hey, I may look like a sweet guy, but secretly I'm that guy your mom always warned you against. This kind of thing, just to kind of mix it up a little bit and give yourself some edge to your profile. That's what you need to do for Tinder. But honestly, I don't think that's you. Maybe I'm wrong, and that's fine. Obviously, I haven't even talked to you, right? You've just sent me these photos. So I'm making a character judgment based on very little information. So if I'm wrong, forgive me. Looking at your profile, the maximum distance, 21 miles, relatively far. Again, ideally, you'd shrink that age range for you. You're 27, that's perfect. For the rest, that's good. So yeah, look, honestly, I'd consider changing that. So that's 3 profiles that I've gone through, and as you can see, there's quite a lot of thinking that goes into it behind the scenes. There's a fair bit of process. You'll see some commonality in the advice that I've given to some of the guys. Now, I've been inundated with guys sending me their profiles to look through. However, I'm looking to also start going through a lot more actual Tinder conversations that guys are having with women. So if you'd like me to go through your Tinder conversations here on YouTube, simply follow the link up here or down below and send me your conversations. Are they really awesome? Do you want me to show them off and go, this is a really great conversation that got great results? Is it a conversation you'd like me to go through and help you improve it? Send that through as well. Either or, I think this would be really great for helping you guys get better results on your Tinder profiles and your Tinder conversations.
If you've liked this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Let me know in the comments below, do you like this? Do you want to see me going through more profiles? Do you want to see me going through more Tinder conversations? Does that help you a lot? Does it not help you? Is there something else you'd like to see me do? Let me know. I'm Damien. Have a fantastic week. Take care.